At the end of the spring 2016 short and personal favorite Space Patrol Luluco, Trigger announced their full-fledged anime follow-up to Little Witch Academia. The short was produced for Anime Mirai 2013, also known as the Young Animators Training Project. Directed by Yo Yoshinari, it was well received and ended up getting a sequel movie in October 2015. Since it covered other Trigger shorts, and the new anime comes out next January, there is no better time to talk about Little Witch Academia. The anime stars Eiko, a witch inspired by the polarizing entertainer Shiny Chariot, and her friend Suzy, a pale-skinned specialist in deadly potions, and Lada, who is shy but smart and kind. From start to finish, Eiko manages to keep the viewer's eyes on her. She is so forward, expressive, and involved in what she's doing, besides paying attention in history. It's great to see her work towards being the kind of witch she wants to be, regardless of what people think. The other two round up the group pretty well. Lada works as the foil to Eiko, being more down to earth and in line with the standard style of a witch. Suzy's entertainingly snarky dialogue adds a lot of character to the short. The three of them attend Luna Nova Academy, a school for young witches. Everything isn't fine and dandy at school though, since Eiko has to deal with her popular and smart rival, Diana, and her two vapid lackeys, who mirror Eiko's own three-man troupe. Diana dislikes Eiko for her idolization of Shiny Chariot, who goes against the typical image of a witch, but also exposes herself as being once a fan. Finally, there's Barbara, who works as a professor for the academy, and has a big secret that gets teased in the story. In its short runtime, the show presents the viewer with a simple but diverse cast that will be interesting to follow and expand on in the future. The story of Little Witch Academia is pretty condensed and simple. Nothing much happens in the story itself, and the conflict is resolved fairly quickly. However, it provides a lot of potential for world building. It works very well as an establishing point for Eiko as a character, and gives enough answers to be satisfying, but leaves enough open to have the viewer wanting more. In this aspect, it is quite a fulfilling story. As a trigger work, Little Witch Academia features the studio's signature art style. The character designs, done by director Yo Yoshinari, all look great and give you a perfect vision of each character's personality. My personal favorite is Suzy's wicked look, specifically the long draggy garb she wears, along with her pale skin, lidded eyes, and hair-covered face. To complement the character designs, the short uses elegant backgrounds. Art director Yuji Kaneko and the background team provide great work. With the use of paint, Luna Nova Academy really comes to life. It draws the eye and is a big reason why I love this short. Little Witch Academia is a beautiful piece of art. Little Witch Academia is home to some amazing cuts of animation. With work from key animators, such as personal favorite Takafumi Hori, who's done work on Space Patrol Luluco, as well as guest animation on Steven Universe, and Yuto Koneko, who did work on Trigger's duo of Luluco and Kids Neighbor, as well as last season's Mob Psycho 100, Little Witch Academia emphasizes the whimsy of its magical world. The end result is that animation is very fluid, and it really captures the creativity and character of the people involved in the process. Overall, with Little Witch Academia, Trigger provided a strong foundation to build a series on. Through great character designs, beautiful backgrounds, expressive animation, well-built characters, and a world that can be expanded on in the future, the short really managed to be one of my favorites. I can't wait to get to both the sequel and the full-length anime coming out next season. If you want to check out Little Witch Academia, you can find it on Crunchyroll or dubbed on Netflix. I rarely if ever watch dubs, but this one's pretty quality. The characters all sound accurate, and I especially like the choices for Raquel Heger as Suzy and Erica Mendez as Eiko. Whether subbed or dubbed, I definitely recommend you give this a watch. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and share with your friends. If you want more anime content, check out my video on why I love the country-based anime, or check out my Persona 5 Daybreakers review. Also, I'll be at MagFest from January 5th to the 8th, so if you want to meet up there, feel free to tweet me, and we can definitely meet up. Pretty excited. Anyways, see you guys again soon. Peace.